Welcome to our channel. Today, we're delving into a profound story of enlightenment and self-improvement. Join us as we explore the spiritual journey of Siddhartha Gautama, who transcended his earthly identity to become the Buddha. If you find inspiration in our stories, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us on this journey of spiritual growth and mental health awareness.
In the sprawling landscapes of ancient India, a figure of majestic calm wandered through villages and farmlands. This was no ordinary man, but Siddhartha Gautama, whose presence radiated peace and drew all eyes to him. His demeanor and beauty were not just striking, they were transformative, instilling a sense of purity and tranquility in those around him. Siddhartha treated everyone with profound respect and kindness, embodying the virtues of equality and compassion regardless of social standing. Upon reaching the deer park, Siddhartha encountered 5 ascetics who initially dismissed him as just another renunciant. However, as he approached, his aura of dignity and enlightenment was unmistakable. The ascetics, overwhelmed by his presence, forgot their reservations and rose to welcome him with deep reverence. "Welcome, Siddhartha, to the deer park. We are honored to continue our spiritual practice with you," they greeted him, quickly preparing a place for him to rest and refresh. Siddhartha smiled gently and said, "Thank you for your warm welcome, but please understand that I am no longer the Siddhartha you once knew. Do not refer to me by that name any longer." "Entreat," they inquired, "then by what name shall we address you?" Siddhartha replied, "The world slumbers in ignorance. When one discovers the truth, they awaken fully. I have awakened, and thus I am the Buddha." This declaration marked a pivotal moment in the stages of spiritual awakening. Buddha then shared his insight, offering the ascetics the keys to their own liberation and self-improvement through the Four Noble Truths. First, the truth of suffering. Life is intrinsically filled with suffering. Age, illness, and dissatisfaction are inevitable. Second, the truth of the cause of suffering. This suffering is rooted in our desires and attachments, which cloud our mental health and spiritual clarity. Third, the truth of the end of suffering. By overcoming these desires and attachment, we can achieve true peace and happiness, a state beyond ordinary experiences. Or the path out of suffering. Ethical living, mental discipline, and wisdom form the path to this liberation, guiding us through the essential stages of spiritual awakening. As Buddha elucidated these truths, the ascetics felt a surge of motivation. They saw in his words a path to profound self-improvement and mental clarity. "Dear Buddha, your insights have illuminated the true path. Please guide us further that we may achieve the wisdom and happiness you speak of. We are ready to be your disciples."